Has this ever happened to you? You and your friend have read the same text, and you're talking about it, when you realize that you have completely different understandings of it. You think that the author said one thing, while your friend thinks they said something else. Who's right? To prove that we really understand a text, we need to find evidence in the text we've read and cite it. Sometimes, that evidence will be explicit, and sometimes, we need to make inferences. But wait. What do all those words mean? Cite? Explicit? Inference? Let's have a look. Citing something means finding certain words in the text and referring to them. For example, by quoting them. Explicit evidence means that what the text says is exactly what the text means. For example, in the sentence, Alice liked spending time with Olivia, the information that Alice is fond of Olivia is right there. She liked spending time with her. But what if the sentence was instead, Alice spent as much time as possible with Olivia? It doesn't say explicitly that Alice liked Olivia, but we can make an inference. An inference is a conclusion we draw, based on clues we find in the text. If Alice didn't like Olivia, she wouldn't spend so much time with her, so we can draw the logical conclusion that she likes her. Now that we know what these words mean, let's look at an example and see if we can answer these two questions. Does our narrator go to school? And, does our narrator like space adventures? After school, I'd run straight home to watch space adventures. Rain or shine, that's where you'd find me at 3 p.m. in front of the TV. Does our narrator go to school? To answer the question, we can cite the text. In it, it says, after school. This evidence is explicit. Yes, our narrator goes to school. It's right there in the text, and we can cite it to prove that our answer is correct. Does our narrator like space adventures? Here, there is no explicit evidence, but there are clues. Our narrator runs home from school, so that she can watch the show. Rain or shine. So we can draw a logical conclusion, or infer, that our narrator does, indeed, like space adventures very much. If she didn't, she wouldn't make such an effort to be home in time for it. So, to prove that our narrator likes the show, we would cite one or more of those clues. In informational texts, such as opinion pieces, the author might be trying to convince us of their point of view. Let's look at a short opinion piece, and then answer the question, what is the author's point of view? And cite evidence from the text to support our answer. Pause the video to read the text, and then press play again, when you're ready to continue. So, what is the author's point of view? Are they for or against cell phones? That's right. They are against cell phones. The evidence is stated explicitly in the text. Cell phones should be banned in school. We can also cite other explicit statements, such as, let's keep cell phones out of school. Using them affects both our school performance and our social life, and so on. Let's summarize. When we read a text, our brains try to make sense of it. Sometimes, it's easy to make sense of what we're reading because it's all stated explicitly. Other times, we need to look for clues and draw conclusions or make inferences. No matter how we do it, when we talk about a text, it can be very helpful to cite one or several passages from the text to support our conclusions. Why don't you find a text and see if you can spot the evidence that supports your understanding of it?